Hey everybody, if you're catching this part of the live, I may no longer be live. If you do not see the red button in the corner, I'm not here and you are watching a replay. I'm going to go ahead and share it out real quick. Hey everybody coming in here. Oh shit, when I first read that I thought it said I thought you were just telling me that you were mean today and I was gonna say shit girl, I'm mean every day. We matching. uh, I mean often. Alright, let me see. I'm on StreamYard. My comments really suck. So I have to knock my cards down so I can see the comments. Obviously, somebody's having a celebration coming up. Alright. Hello, Carol. Alright, how are you guys doing today? Alright. Go ahead and comment for me. Let me know who's here. If you have a question, drop your question in the comments. If you want a general, although I'm not the biggest fan of the generals lately. Angie. Alright, so we've got Angie. Angie, has something been affecting your sleep? I don't know what group you're reading, or I'm reading for you from. Okay. Because the way they're talking to me, it's kind of like considered melatonin or something. No, I feel like if it's not, it could be a situation, but I feel like it has to be person, you know, that there's something that's got you out of sorts. Maybe you don't know what to do about the person. But the thing is and sometimes we can wait on things, people, places, things, and it kind of feel like it drags ass when we're waiting for some kind of change. And I do see a new beginning when it comes to the situation. Now, it is going to require some patience and there's going to be some steps that are needed. It's definitely not going to come without some level of work. Does the number 12 mean anything to you? So I don't know if that would be, I'm just going to give you 12, so I don't know if that would be the month of December. What would 12 months from now be? Well, I guess never mind. That would be a year. Never mind, I'm having a blonde day. But I'm going to give you 12. You got the karmic train blowing through right now. That's what it looks like. Now, when it comes to shit like this, yes, generally there's a lesson involved. And I want to say it's more so about putting your energy into something else or shifting it, right? So if something is pulling too much from you, more so it's time to be hopeful, be confident, setting boundaries, even if that has to do with doing it with yourself, because you are coming up as an empress. I want to say you are abundant in more forms than you think. That damn patience card keeps coming out. I want to say there is going to be some sort of change in the summer months. More so August, September-ish. You know, there must be something in the collective for those months because there's a lot of people in science that keeps coming up for. Some kind of movement is going to happen. So whether that be physical or moving forward, you know what? This is actually, this period of time is making you stronger. You're having some sort of a spiritual either awakening or literally spiritually you're growing more stronger where things aren't going to affect you as much. This is just part of the process. But I do see you moving forward. I do see you going towards the sun though. So this is positive. And you know, I do want to say if you're trying to do something with your finance, there is going to be improvement to the finance as well. So if you're trying to put some shit together, yes, that is coming. And I do think that you're going to notice something or an opportunity may come to you around July. It very well could be around July. So, you know, you may notice the benefits of it, you know, September. This helps resonates, Angie. Your agent number is 26. Thank you, Ellie. Ah, well, happy early birthday. Hardy, hardy. All right, go ahead and comment for me, guys. Let me know who's here. All right. Well, Ken, let me pull a couple predictions because I'm just going to do it different a little bit. Since you already got your good uplifting reading, let's do a few predictions. What's coming for Ken over the next few months? Kim, are you saving up to go somewhere? Well, let me just throw this out here. If you're not saving to go somewhere, it looks like you might end up considering going somewhere, might put some money back. But I do see travel that is coming in for you. I also see that you're either going to hear of somebody not being well. You're going to hear about somebody being sick or not being well. Okay, there's showing concern around someone. Now, I do feel like there is going to be a feminine energy. Why are the messages negative? Okay, well, these are more so warnings here. There is going to be likely a female who is childish in nature. Okay. And I do feel like that this is going to be more along the lines of like somebody more so community-ish, friendish, not necessarily family. It could be somebody that you work with, but this hooker is something else anyways. The mentality level is unreal. Don't pay no heed to this person. They might feel like hard work. Like I said, you might work with them, but I want to say that they're very irrelevant, so don't let them shake your shit. You know what? I do want to say that if you're waiting for something to end and something to change, yes, it is going to. There is a big shift, a big cycle kind of coming to close. And I do feel like there's some worry or whatever that's either surrounding it now or that will. But what I want to say is it's going to be massively close. But this is a huge cycle closure, but it's very positive for you. Going on a trip. Now, when it comes to financial, I do feel like you are going to pull something together. There's something that you're going to pull off, and I feel like that whatever it is that's been in the works, or is going to be something that you will have planned out, some kind of shift and change. But I feel like this is fantastic change. Okay, and also if there is a situation, let's say with a masculine energy that has felt like a hell of a lot of work, somehow that's going to settle out. But I feel like you're going to be better off for it. So this is going to be for your best interest there. I don't want to say it's not going to feel heavy because I think it is. I think it's going to feel very heavy when it's going through this transitional period. But I do see judgment is going to be made. You're going to see this person for what they are. You know, because sometimes we have to decide if we're going to accept people for their flaws, for their everything, right? I do feel like that is fantastic. Through this individual, you're gonna close up something big for yourself. Like, but this is gonna be more so the way you see you, and your abundance is gonna be affected. So regardless, like sometimes we have to give up some shit, right? And when we sit on the fence about people, places, things, it stagnates us. But I do feel like there's a masculine that is going to help you change so much. Why is that like that? You know, I feel like this would be a situation with somebody that isn't necessarily the best for you. It's something that's supposed to be settled. Now, whether you call somebody out for their bullshit or it just be like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. But you're seriously, you're gonna be better for it. Kim, your angel number is 17. You know what, Kim, congratulations. No, you know what, honestly, and I know that it was probably Tara that gave you the uplifting reading, and you know she's fantastic. And I hate always getting the negative shit, but I mean, you know, Spirit does know that I have no problem warning people either. So she's the yin to my yang there. But you know, you are meant to close out things with this person because they've taught you so much. They have taught you so much. Literally, the sky is the limit once this closes. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And you're going to be very rewarded by the universe for this. Now, whether that be a new love coming in, you know, I mean, there's nothing like, you know, dealing with somebody who sucks and then finding someone who thinks the sun rises and sets on the crack of your ass. You know what I mean? And you feel the same about that person. Like they're just fantastic. So you do deserve that. You deserve all the love, Kim. So congratulations for completing. All right. Oh, I'm glad you brought up the Reiki, Kim. How how was your experience with the Reiki? If you don't mind me asking, if because I've been doing Reiki for a few years, but I do it more so in the background. And we decided to go ahead and start making it a thing. That way we can help people do closures. I thought Tara did pretty fucking fantastic. And she looked pretty cute too, but nobody could see that because the damn camera was turned the other way. I hope you heard that because you look fantastic and your ass looked really good in those pants. Awesome. You know what? You don't ever worry about that, Kim. The goal is to see people here less, knowing that they're living their best life and they don't even have to say a word. We're just happy to do it and anything that we can do. Thank you. Yes, she is always cute. I wish that she knew that she was cute though. We're working on that. I know she's watching from the other room, so I'm making sure that she doesn't miss what I'm saying. Carol, either that or I'm gonna get slapped out the chair. One or the other. See, I don't think she believes me. I like to embarrass her, but not really. But I tell her all the time that I'm gonna love her and everything about her till the day that she can do it for herself, and then I'm still gonna do it every day after. I'm just waiting for her to catch up to me. Come on, Tara. You can do it. We got you. Well, Carol, it does look like there's been a lot of things thrown into your path, a lot of challenges, a lot of shifts and changes, and I feel like it's led to some kind of confusion at times where it's kind of to the fact of like, why does this happen? What am I supposed to do? You feel backed into a wall. And whether that be just in the recent past or whatnot, it's still showing up in the energy. So there's a lingering thing, right? Sometimes these periods of time go through and we keep thinking, oh my God, am I going to repeat the cycle or is this going to continue? We start to really sway back and forth on like how we see, think, and feel about these things. And what it is the karmic scales were literally coming in to try to bring some form of balance. Okay, through every challenge, you learned, you were growing, and the thing is as much of the shit that was hitting the fan or that came at you, you sat on so much of it though. You sat on so much of it. It's almost like they tried to push you to a point to where you had to communicate because there's something in your communication style or the way that you just simply hold back that they have really tried to push you to work on. And I do feel like there is or was a specific masculine energy in your life that you did hold back your feelings or things from. If you're currently doing that, then that's still coming up in energy like you are not saying your full truth. And the thing is when we hold on to certain things, the truth gets distorted. The truth gets distorted the more that we hold on to it and that we just carry that. It's kind of like we start to think, oh, things aren't going to get better. Well, sometimes we just have to stub our toe and say, shit. The more we try to hold on to that, the more like our eyes kind of well up with tears, right? Because it's like, oh, sometimes we just got to scream that shit out. Life is kind of the same way. The more that we hold on to, the more that the tears come, the less of the actual release. So whatever you do, do not hold back. Like there's a way to do things if, we can do it classy or we can do it assy. But they are trying to push you into communication because it's like, do you struggle with like stomach issues? Because if not, I feel like holding on to things eventually is going to like hit you right in the belly. It's going to manifest into some kind of actual physical thing. Now, for some people, it could be ulcers. We can end up with like fatty liver. We could end up with, just acid reflux, things like these. And sometimes people get IBS. But our actual stuff that we hold in can actually manifest in the physical. So I want to give you some kind of warning there. So make sure, I feel like I need to say make sure that you're eating greens. So there could be something heavy on your heart, but I do want to say eat your greens if you don't eat enough vegetables and stuff. So make sure that you are putting more into your body as well. It's time to allow something to come to an end. And if this is another person and you already know they're toxic as shit, yeah. Now, if you just overthink and you're driving yourself into the ground, well, it's time to stop that. Stop doing that to you. Don't deal with the shadow part of yourself in that way. because the thing is you've already given up enough time, energy, effort for everything else. Don't do it to yourself. Okay. Now, I feel like you've been very overly patient with a lot of things. And that's why, you hold a lot back, because sometimes you can't unring a bell. But it's time to ring them. It's time to ring them. Again, there's still a way to not be responsive or reactive. If, it's like there's a period of loss or grief that is coming in, because there's going to be a choice that's going to need to be made. There's going to be some introspection. Now, however this cycle closes, I do want to say it's meant to, because I do feel like with the karma train rolling through, this is a part of it. It's about making healthier choices, starting new things, but more so for you, and not worrying about what boosters are going to fall off the rocket on the way. And this does come with a firmer foundation at the end. But this is all the hermits. Yeah, this is divine introspection. But it's very good what comes from this. So whatever kind of grief or heaviness comes from this, I want to say it's going to be fine. It's going to be one of those other moments where you just have to face the shadow aspect and kind of tell it to shut up. That's the one time that it's okay to tell something to shut up, especially when it's the negative patterns. No, it's like, you might not have enough money right now, but you tell yourself, I am abundant. You might not feel the best. Tell yourself, I am well. I am well. Sometimes we got to fake it till we make it. But thoughts become things. So your angel number, Carol, is 49. Love you, Carol. Love you. It's time to release that shit. Let the karma train roll in and close out them cycles. It's, you know what? It's freaking crazy how much life better gets when we tell people that aren't good for us, that have been taken advantage for so long, to fuck all the way off, or to just show them that they don't have that kind of power, or even change a job because we hate it so much. Have you ever just woke up to go to a job and you just dread it? Usually when it's like that, when you literally get nearly depressed pulling up to your house or to your job, it means it's time to go. We have karmic contracts with jobs and homes, people, animals. All right. Go ahead and comment for me. Let me know who is here, folks. If you guys are watching over from YouTube, thanks for popping in. Let me know if you're from YouTube. Just say general YouTube or something. Sheila. Sheila, do you have a male in spirit who was a farmer? I know this is random. Would this be a male in spirit who was a farmer? Or did something like that? possibly drove tractors or heavy equipment like that. Your stepdad, okay. And is there a correlation to the military? I don't know. I'm hearing Camp David, but that's got military vibes all over it. Mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't. Well, maybe. Anyways, there's a man who was a farmer, anyways, that has stepped in to say hello. Holy hell! Well, that's a lot of military, though. All right, so what I see is keep getting educated, keep getting the information, keep doing what you're doing. It's taking you in the right direction. Now, the thing is I want to say when it comes to research and I feel like there's 2 messages with that. So it's like keep doing that, but do it within reason and don't fall down a rabbit hole. Because there are certain things that just need to be let go of because it's like you already know what's right to be true and how certain things are going to play out. There's no point to be mad. It's like they're coming in with the message of just let it go. At this point, all you can do is rewrite the narrative for now. Certain things are coming together, but you don't quite see it yet. Now, you may be waiting for some kind of payout, or maybe you feel like you overly waited for that. But, I want to say make sure that when it comes to financial decisions that you choose very wisely, okay? Because there's like certain things that have been manifested, okay? Things that you wanted and wished for. And I want to say maybe at this time they can't all be done, so I feel like it's more so of like a do what matters most, but also don't overdo. I feel like you need to at some point when you can get out. I know this. I don't know if it's like a hammock. Is there a meaning of a hammock? Because I just saw like 2 trees with a hammock in the middle, but I felt like I wanted to say sit between the trees, but that's weird. Anyways, um, that's definitely an outdoor grounded kind of energy. You do have new opportunities to. I feel like there is a move that's going to end up coming, some kind of movement for you. But just make sure you are not manifesting from a lower vibration because it's like I feel like there's going to be a test in that if it hasn't, and it could be one of those. I also want to say snake oil is the word I want to use. Snake oil because that's what popped right in. So don't let anybody sell you on bullshit because whatever it is, it's actually venom. It's bullshit. So watch for what somebody says because it's like that's why I think the message is you already know what there is to be true. Just you have to let it go because otherwise it's just going to kill you. Not literally, but yeah, there's something coming even though you can't see it. But I feel like this is a good positive though. This is going to be a good choice, and this is going to allow you to move on and move forward. But it is letting go. But I want to say don't stay on the fence about this too long because number one, you're gifted. And if this has to do with the person who's full of shit, if you already know Don't go back and forth with the energy. Don't entertain it. Just cut it off or move forward, whichever way that you're feeling. But I do feel like there's somebody who's full of shit. I know this is also a weird question. Have you looked into going back and healing some kind of a past life thing when it comes to like either healing the past life thing or looking into what you did in a past life when it comes to your healing ability or your giftedness? Because if not, I feel like you're going to take a direction where you're going to want to uh, go back a little bit further and maybe figure out why things are happening or playing out in this life the way that they are. And maybe trying to clear out some kind of karma to make it to where things run smoother. You might feel like, okay, well, at least I know why. But I want to say, you know what? It's okay to go down those rabbit holes, but not too far. Sometimes we're not supposed to fully understand because we're just supposed to go work through the karma and the trauma and shit. But you know, I want to say, I'm drawn to this moon phase, but it would be the full moon phase. So I don't even know when the next full moon is. I'll have to ask Tara. Uh, but I do highly suggest a full moon release for you and a new moon manifestation. Was one of them a Marine? I don't know. I just got a picture of a Marine. They still might be talking about the military. No, thank you, Debbie. Oh, just not I love you too, Tara. I didn't see that till just now. Hmm. They might just try to draw my attention to it because you know that fucking commercial. You remember that old commercial? How that guy would come out and do that with his little thing and stand all. Uh, anyways, I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything. So I don't know if somebody was particular about the way that they did their stance or their special thing. Because you know what I'm talking about, that old commercial. Did you say in your life last night that you got married? Well, I guess we did. Me and Tara got married in April. So she might throat punch me if I can't count, but I think today is 6 weeks. 6 weeks today. That's right, isn't it? 6 weeks. Welcome to football. Might as well just use this phone for the comments because this one is not helpful that much. Thank you. No, we've been talking about doing different stuff with the Reiki. Grandfather, okay. The 23rd. Yeah, what Tara said. I'm doing whatever Tara said. A happy wife is a happy life. I would rake you the ass into the couch, Anthony. That sounded very awkward. You know what? Just I take it back. I take it back. Just a little bit. Allie, is there something about a black dress? Even though that's a grief card, I was drawn very much to the dress. Thank you, Karen. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Sheila. I went over to Allie. Your angel number, Sheila, is 79. I don't know why they're giving me such a low number all the time. She won't wear dresses. Okay. Anyways, I was drawn to the dark. Anyways. So I never have both cards of patience fly out together. Oh shit. Alright. So you may have to do some kind of holding back. You may end up having to do some kind of holding back. I do feel like that there is some truth and clarity or some kind of epiphany that is coming your way that is going to lead you to a win. Okay. I do feel like this is going to lead to a win with this truth coming out or self-honesty, whatever the hell it is. Okay. That's my Ace of Swords thing. Now, let me throw in a side note. Now, with this holding back energy as well, I want to say, in a certain aspect, watch your communication or watch your words. I feel like there's going to be a situation where it's very important that you watch your words, that you need to hold back. Generally, I tell people to speak their fucking truth, but I think that there's a specific reason why a certain communication needs to be cautious. Okay. So just watch out for that. And I do feel like with your gifts, you're going to know that something seems off or sketchy, and you're going to know when to hold back that communication, right? Don't give too much of whatever this is. Now, I do see there's going to be a period of struggle. I don't feel like this is already here yet. This is showing up challenges in the future position. So I do feel like there's going to be some bumps along the way coming in, but I do have my 9 of cups. So there is going to be wish fulfillment coming in. And I do feel like this has to do with finance as well. So there's going to be a financial opportunity or something that's going to have some form of providing. Now, if the two go hand in hand, then you need to watch what you say. Maybe when it comes to your readings, let's just throw that scenario out there. You know, if somebody seems too anxious, there may need to be something that you hold back when it comes to the tarot, we'll say. I'm just giving you a what if, okay? That if it's not in a direct ass situation that's around you. This can be involved work. So you need to make sure that you're handing the information that people can handle, is what I want to say. Okay. So you are going to have to hold a boundary line with somebody. They do come up as the devil. Okay. This would be somebody who is actually toxic. And I can't say that you wouldn't want to restart because we have the new cycle here. But when it comes to this person, you do need to use your intuition. Because something has to close out, whether it be with the person. And you also got all the chakra cards nearly that have come out. So if you're not completely out of balance right now, there's going to be something that triggers the shit out of you. Like say, hold back on something, but this does revolve a person. And the thing is somebody is not going to really like your light. Somebody doesn't like your light. I want to say it might be somebody. Now let me just throw this out here. There would be somebody who is either of a different race, culture, or skin pigment. They may be a little bit darker. Hell, they might have a tan. I don't know. But I do feel like that this person is from somewhere else or has a lineage or something like that. I don't think that this is the obvious person that we've discussed in the past. I think this is somebody else. And so if this happens to be, let's say, a client, like I said, watch out. This very, and since I keep going back to work, a work situation, I do think that this is angled at work rather than the thing that's the elephant in the room, you know. There would be some kind of karmic play out in this situation, but that doesn't mean that some behavior that they have won't bite them in the ass. Right? But it doesn't mean that you won't get bit a little bit too if you don't watch your words. And if it's vice versa, then they need to watch their fucking words. So, I still think there needs to be a little bit of holding back on what's said. So. Allie, your angel number 1776. I know that's been a number of independence lately. It's weird how that was coming out like that, but you know what? That doesn't mean it has to be right at the second either. It is a form of jealousy, though, it looks like. Whenever you're a light worker, people got to be hating. I don't understand it. Hello, everybody. Karen. I gotta switch up cards. I'm bored to death. Bored to death of these. I'm such a two of swords on the cards. And so you guys know I'm going to start this week. I'm going to be doing my collectives and uploading them onto YouTube. I did some for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I'm going to do the individuals. So it's not going to be all just the signs where you got to click the fucking timestamp. I'm going to do the individuals. I'm going to do one of each element over like a 3-day period. So I should have all the zodiacs done this week. It's going to be in love, finance, and just random predictions. Karen, when I started pulling your cards, I heard sock it to me. So I'm going to take that as action. Now, I feel like there's been some kind of result or results that you have waited for or watched, and it's just not necessarily come to fruition in some kind of way. And there may be some kind of frustration, or there had been in the past. But the thing is I do see the Wheel of Fortune here, but I'm going to take that as like a cycle, just kind of continues. I just wanted to start singing. This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. And the thing is regardless of what the pattern is, it's caused a blockage. It's caused you to get triggered, and it's caused you to be distracted or depressed or whatever for you the manifestation of this action has been. Okay, but it's like a stalled progress. But I do feel like that the wheel is actually clicking, though. It's very slow. But you're going to notice it going more so in your favor the more that you put into yourself. It's like time to come back to you. Sometimes we have to put our own wants, needs, and all that first. When we start doing us, well, sometimes, especially if we're horrible about putting everybody else first or doing what everybody else needs. Hell, we can't get anywhere. We can't do it. Because by the end of the day, you're so freaking exhausted. Okay. The thing is they're trying to bring some peace to you, some serenity. Now, if you need to get out, get out. But it's about coming back to self, is what I see. This message is for you. Even though shit's been playing out and you might not see the results coming in yet, do not drain yourself. Because it's coming. You're on a delay for a reason. You have a procedure happening. Now, see, the Two of Cups has like a medical looking thing. The Two of Cups in the regular deck does too. But you know what? You're going to be fine. I don't know if that's a concern, but you're going to be fine. I do have the Sun card here. I do have the Sun card here. I feel very positive about this. Okay, moving on, moving forward. So, are they giving you any twilight medication or anything like that for this procedure? Are you having to be put under or something like that? Because if not, this is going to come in just a regular sleep state. But you are going to get a very big download when it comes to a sleep state, we'll say. Now, they're going to be showing you something that you need to get away from or move on from. This is actually pulling away energy. There's going to be a message, big time, of you getting away from something. It's going to go straight to the head there. So watch out, okay, if it's not the twilight sleep, watch for your dreams, because they are trying to get you out of some kind of space. I'm trying to show you a direction. This is going to be a very directed. This is going to be a very directed kind of dream vision, but it's going to be when you're relaxed or sleeping. It just is. I don't know why my ears only itch when I start reading. I don't get it. New beginning. Take a leap. Oh yeah, they're really trying to shift your mindset. Whatever keeps dimming your light over and over again, and even if it's just obsessive overthinking, they're trying to get you to do different. Because you know what? I feel like you're very strong in either your values, your morals, things like that. And it's funny when we get behind a certain thing and when we're somebody that has very, strong standards and very strong boundaries or very strong ideas, you could literally move the mountain to Muhammad if you wanted to. You just can. But they're trying to direct your energy in more so something that's going to be super beneficial. And this is why they're now going to resort to your dream state, because I feel like in some way you have been, because you felt in this, but there's growth that's happening actually. They're trying to get you to rewrite your story, to change the narrative, to pull out. And look, and if there's a masculine or somebody around you, I just want to say, if this is you, because I looked at a couple of things. If there's a masculine or a bossy kind of energy that causes shit or is always starting something, number one, you don't have to take that, but do not let that person, especially, take anything from you. Don't let them take anything from you, because that's yours. It's your power, it's your energy, it's your life, regardless of who this person would be. Doesn't matter the status that they hold. It just doesn't. Your angel number, Karen, is 95. Why are they giving me such low numbers all the time? Good. Keep going. Keep going. And honestly, you guys, if you guys, it should be in the list somewhere still. The Reiki sessions are timeless. You can watch them anytime. They will always deliver the same amount of Reiki to you, your animals, the kids. You want to knock the kids out at night, just sit next to them and play the damn thing and don't even tell them what it is. Get everybody relaxed. But you can use it anytime, over and over and over. You cannot OD on Reiki. But I do suggest you guys do at least 10 sessions. For real results, they always say. Unless it's all bullshit anyways, but that's what all the classes that I've taken said. At least 10 sessions. Of an hour. We'll say at least 10 hours. Keep going, Karen. Karen, you got it. And don't take no shit off nobody. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do one more, and then I'm going to go make my lady lunch. Or sneak out and go buy her something. Before the chitlins decide to come home from school. Well, I give angel numbers. See, when I was in America, I had my Google hooked up in here or in my office, and I could give angel numbers and it would say the meeting. And I've not really done that since I came over here. I brought the Alexa because it was working better with the angel numbers because Google stopped. But you can type them in Google, just put meaning of angel number or whatever I give you, and it should tell you either in white or you can click the thing and it'll tell you what the angels are trying to tell you. All right, go ahead and comment, Jeff. And do the one more. Oh. All right, Tracy, I'll put you through. Because I know you got read the other day. I'm not going to pull tons. Did I? I thought I pulled for you when the live first started. Or am I wrong? Tracy, I just heard quack, quack, quack. I don't even know how to take that. Is there something about a duck? That's new. Okay. What the hell is quack, quack, quack? Sounds like something I'd call my doctor. Has there been anything about birds? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. That's weird. All right, Tracy. Now, it's time to stop being so indecisive. I want to say it's time to pull the bootstraps. There's a form of action that's needed now in order to bring some kind of a balance back because it is showing a lot of releases needing to happen. It's about letting go. Letting go. Because I do see new opportunity and better ahead. It's just sometimes we have to put ourselves in that mindset, that perspective, right? So, sometimes we just have to really ground ourselves and, self-honesty is the hardest. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves and say, okay, I need to stop this shit and it needs to be, real. Sometimes we don't see it for a while. You have somebody in spirit that used to play patty cake with, or some form of something about hands, but I'm getting more like a patty cake. But I do feel like you've been touched by spirit, like literal spirit. Now, have you had anything going on with the hands as well? I keep getting drawn to the hands. Has there been like a tingling in your hands? Your mom. Because I do feel like there's been specific, like, but it's not like a creepy tension, you know, it's more so of just and I'm here kind of thing. But I do feel like there's something about the hands. Now, has it been like maybe the top of your hand has gotten cold and you can't figure out, or it feels like somebody maybe went like this? Because I feel like it would have to be like the wrist down kind of thing. If not, pay attention to that. Now, I do feel like she does kind of come in and influence your brain because it's talking about you see how this connection to spirit here. But I feel like this has to do with the dream, and I do feel like there has been things brought forward in these dreams, and oh, this is so random when they stop me. It's like this. Do you have times where like you kind of jump because you feel like you're falling? Because I feel like your person is trying to take a jump with you, like some kind of travel in the sleep. Let's try this. Well, if you watch the Reiki stuff, make sure that you set the intention to help the hand. But I want to say at night, please do try to do the communication if you don't already. Try to communicate more at night with her because there is a connection trying to be made. And it could be you to her, but there would be acknowledgments. Okay. But I think that as far as asking for guidance, even with your guides too at night, like please set the intention to meet your guides and allow them to be very open and receptive, but make sure that you picture yourself in a ball of protective light before you do this because you know you're opening a channel on you. So always protect yourself first. But I do feel like you do travel in your sleep. You're probably exhausted as fuck sometimes because you don't understand. Like, oh my God, I went to bed at 9 o'clock. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, oh, I'm so tired. But you are going somewhere while you're asleep. But pay attention to what's happening there because the shit that's happening in these dreams that feel like whatever it's real. Like you're traveling. And you're having some kind of a crown chakra or some kind of awakening in that way as well. Spiritually. Spiritually, you're waking up. There's something opening in the crown, but I do think that there's going to be more connection to spirit, and it's going to have to do with at night. And your person is showing you that's very spiritually based. This is your up leveling. I don't know if you felt that yet, but if not, you will. You will. But I feel like there's going to be a time of confusion surrounding this. You might feel disconnected, kind of like blah, but it's going to be because other things kind of dial back while they try to show you other things. So I hope that helps your resonance, Tracy, and your angel number. Give me a larger number. 470. 470. Alright, guys, I will see you later on tonight. And I don't know what time though, but it'll be somewhere between Holy Hill and later than that. Alright, guys, bye.